now I think what we'll do is we'll dive into a little bit of some of the interesting things that we found in
Some of the
data.
anomalies that just we couldn't go without mentioning.
We needed to mention, yeah. And so the first of which is I mentioned. Well, no. Why don't you talk about this one? Yeah.
Prilosec. I mean, look, just by sheer nature, look at what we just all talked about. Look at what we've already just ate.
Look at this table.
We should have started this episode by taking an antacid.
And I'll say this: out of 200 of you, there's only one of you that thought, you know what, maybe we should manage this in some way.
One single answer from one single contributor. Of any sort. Like, this isn't not just like Prilosec as a brand specific, but any kind of antacid or medication.
Yeah.
Prilosec.
Prilosec, that was a great one. Thank you.
I mean, that's the breakfast of champions. I start my day with that.
Thank you, whoever provided that. What do we got next? All right, so I talked about the winner of the Energy Drink Awards, and this
is your world. So,
well, I'm a bit of a Monster addict myself, and so I'll admit that bias here right now from the get-go. But we had Monster, we had Red Bull, we had Bang, you name it. Any energy drink manufacturer was part of the responses that we gathered. Monster, far and away, was the winner of the Energy Drink Awards, and I just have to agree. Is anyone ever going to say that, man, these things taste great? No. But
do you believe it truly does something for you in the morning or whenever?
No,
or are you drinking it for taste?
I'm a caffeine addict who doesn't drink coffee.
Yep.
And so for me, it's less about doing something for me, and it's more about I need that thing to start the day, so I start out level. And so I don't. There's people that are like, oh my God, I have a Monster and I'm like jacked up. For me, I got to have the Monster to be operational, and that's a health thing I need to look into. I need to look into the mirror and have some conversations with myself.
I was drinking coffee when I was I think I was barely out of diapers. I mean, I started coffee at that level.
Yeah.
But to your point about it not affecting, I mean, I'll half a pot at night. I'm still out.
And it's funny, we've had this conversation recently. You're either a coffee drinker or you're a soft drink drinker.
Yep.
There's typically
it's
not
carbonated
a whole lot of overlap.
or coffee.
Right. There's not a whole lot of overlap. You do one or the other.
Oh.
All right, next one. All right, you guys are brand loyal as all hell. So soda was the number 2 response throughout the entire survey. And a few brands rose up, but just like I talked earlier about how the bag of chips was more than get that brisket sandwich.
What do we got here?
Get in there. I'm more worried about these hot dogs that are dying right in front of us, but we're gonna test.
I've been avoiding them.
But just like the bag of chips more than doubled the second place result in this whole survey, Coke and Mountain Dew, and that includes Diet Coke and Diet Mountain Dew, those products more than doubled any other brand of soda that was listed. So there are armies of you in this industry that are Mountain Dew loyalists. I am in that category. Or you are Diet Coke loyalists. And
you're not going to get somebody, can I ask for a Diet Coke? Well, can I get you a Diet Pepsi?
Well, they're going to say no.
You can't.
Yeah.
You're going to say no.
Yeah. And that's not ripping on Pepsi.
No.
Mike
vice versa.
Dirt Perfect earlier talked about his love for Pepsi. We're not ripping Pepsi.
Not at all. But it's just that loyalty.
Yeah, there's a loyalty to it. And Mountain Dew is the same thing. Mountain Dew's marketing and branding over the years.
What makes the world go around, Bill.
Spot on. All right, what's up next? Gatorade. So Gatorade, again, talking about who's winning the wars of the different types of things. Of the sports drink wars, 2 rows to the top. There were a few others that came in and were mentioned. Gatorade and Powerade were the 2 top that were brought up, but Gatorade far and away, because they were the original, right? They're the Kleenex.
You know the origins of Gatorade?
I do. Yeah.
Coming from the Florida Gators?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was a guy, I believe he was a strength and conditioning coach or someone that came up with it.
It hasn't worked on me yet, and I like Gatorade.
Yeah, I don't think it's meant to lose weight. I think it's meant to cure hangovers or help with hangovers, and it's supposed to help replenish some of those electrolytes you lose throughout the day.
I'll keep working on it.
All right, what do we got next, Bob?
Peanuts. This is interesting because I know you, as big of a nut as you are, do not do not like any sort of nuts.
Did you just give?
I did.
Did you
saw
just
it.
give blue steel to
I
your
did.
camera
I did.
on a nut comment? No, so I like
Was peanuts truly its own category, or was it nuts?
peanuts, and people brought up other varieties of nuts. People brought up cashews. So anything that was of the nut family, I lumped into this response. And here's the weird thing for me, and you made good point of it. I don't like peanuts. I'm not allergic. There's nothing about
that's
category
nuts in general,
of
though.
food
Yeah.
that is appealing to me. I can't imagine after a long day of work walking into the gas station and being like, you know what's going to get me going right now is a bag of peanuts. Like,
But you know what I'm surprised I didn't see more of though on that list, because it's a bit from like a habituary standpoint, but like sunflower seeds, the biting.
There were
chewing,
only a
spitting.
few people
and
that
I'm
mentioned
super
sunflower
surprised by
seeds.
that.
Yeah.
Because I personally don't care for sunflower seeds, but like pistachios, love pistachios.
Yeah.
If you saw the grilling episode, munching down on
You
some of
had
those.
some, yeah.
That's a go-to
Yeah.
for me. Peanuts, I'll eat them. It's not a, but again, that's not what this category.
The thing, you think of, and again, I get it. If it's just a snack you need, and it's a good source of some calories. But yeah, I don't.
Good source of protein.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got next?
Milk was a bad choice.
Who? You know what? I'm gonna go sweat all day long, and I'm gonna work hard, and I'm gonna replenish these fluids by drinking milk. What?
Give me a glass of chocolate whole milk.
I will say this though, and again, this ties more back towards when I worked outside more regularly. At the end of the day, you get home, you take the shower, you've kind of got the thirst quench part of your day out of the way. Sometimes then, nothing has been more refreshing than a nice cold glass of milk. But if it's 2 p.m. and I'm sweating my ass off outside, and I'm like, where's that chocolate milk?
Where did somebody put the milk?
Where people had chocolate milk as a response. And I'm like, who are you?
So, but let me back that up a bit. If we're talking first thing in the morning, you go there, you go get a donut.
First thing in the morning.
First thing in the
Sure.
morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chocolate
So
milk.
I would back that up. But past that, gloves are off. You're just wrong.
Once you've done any actual physical labor, and then you're like,
That category goes out the window.
But the other thing is, so dairy products, we did the
That
slash
pork-
mark there. There were a lot of people that had cheese products too. And I don't, again, I'm like, in the adult Lunchable, there's a certain flavor thing that might solve for.
Yeah.
But again, I just can't think of, I've been working outside all day. You know what I need? Some cheese. All right, we
that
beat
poor,
that one.
or that poor toilet.
Right. Yeah, never mind.
Hot.
This just kudos to you. There's some regionality to this.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean by hot sausage,
We're just the messengers here, folks.
but I support it.
I mean, we got sausage on the table. We covered beef sticks, and maybe that's where it comes from.
But maybe is it? And we're gonna.
Yeah, you get your spicy
yeah.
Jack Links. I don't know.
Yep. All right, what do we got next? Honey buns. Again, regionality.
Yeah.
I don't know what do you know what a
That's
honey bun
Hostess.
is?
I believe that's Hostess. So that's like a it's a prepacked.
That's a
yeah,
brand thing?
Yeah. That's not regional.
Oh, okay. All right.
You live under a freaking rock.
I am missing out on some of the joys of life.
I tell you what. After this, you and I'm honey buns, my treat.
We've got to do this first. Yeah, I don't know how.
Well,
we're
that
gonna
will
do
be dessert. What do we got next?
Kudos to you, respondent, who actually, and this was your number one. I remember your responses. This was your number one item. Shitty breakfast sandwich, and we're not talking about any of the brands that we have talked about here today, but we've all had that breakfast
But it's
sandwich.
just it's
where you walk
generalizing.
into a gas station and you're like, I need something warm. I'm gonna grab this. I don't know how long it's been sitting there, it feels like maybe either the biscuit.
You give it the
You
pitch.
give it the squeeze.
You give it the
squeeze.
squeeze.
And is the bun hard? Is it? And so a shitty breakfast sandwich, we've all been there. And you know what? Sometimes you just embrace it.
Yeah.
And shitty breakfast sandwich, absolutely a category. And one of you actually gave name to it, which I applaud you.
Of which we'll be circling back to the breakfast sandwich category here in a bit.
Yep.
What we got next?
Steak bake, again, no clue what that is, but I want to know. I want to find out what is a steak bake. Do you know what a steak bake is?
No,
Is this another thing?
but again,
does Hostess make it and I've missed it?
No. I hope to God, Hostess does not make a steak
It's a
bake.
wrap thing
Oh,
with
God.
a pastry, and then you bite into
It's
it.
the sweet and savory.
There's steak in the middle of it. You're like, I don't know how long this has been on the shelf, but it's meat.
But obviously, respondent, you have seen us before, so please feel free to DM and elaborate on.
Or respond,
I would love,
the YouTube comment to tell us what a steak bake is, because I'm intrigued.
Which talking about that, I don't believe it made the slides, but it's not a WTF. This is a just where do I even get one? Fried chicken gizzards.
That
Did
was
you
a
see that one?
response. I've never walked into a gas station.
Like, where's the fried chicken gizzard section?
You've got the chicken sandwich marker. You've got the rib sandwich marker. The chicken fingers, chicken gizzard. I've never seen the chicken gizzards marker.
No. That's again. Feel free to reach out where we get those. I would love to check out that
If there's one of
gas
these
station.
national companies or regional companies that has chicken gizzards in the hot bar.
We're here to learn just as much as we're here to talk, right?
Yeah.
So.
What do we got next?
Oh.
So this is if you saw our TikTok page and Instagram page in the lead up to this episode, I posted another poll to those pages, and I said, "Are you messing with roller items at the gas station when you go in there?" And overwhelmingly, you all said yes. You're messing with the roller items. And so I think this is a good time. We were both put in charge of providing each other with a surprise item from a gas station to test out. And with that, I don't want to spoil it, but I think you should open up your surprise dish right there. I think you should take a look at what's on it.
And then are we going to go right into eating? I mean, because that's what we agreed upon.
We're talking about roller items.
Yeah, but we agreed upon actually sampling.
Yeah. Yeah. Mystery roller item under your deal there.
Brought to you by Roller Bites.
Is that a brand? Is that just some wrapper someone bought? We don't know. So what is it?
So far it's just kind of looking like I guess what I would call like a taquito.
Yeah.
Of sorts, deep fried. Let's get fancy.
Oh no, I don't. You don't need to cut anything.
We don't want to do a reveal.
Oh, I grabbed. Oh yeah, you can do a reveal.
Yeah. Let's just see what we got.
But out of morbid curiosity, I got my own.
And the reveal. Oh gosh, that looks maybe a scrambled egg in there.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell me what? Or should I? Here. Cheese. Dough. Heart attack. Clogged artery.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This is the first, other than hot dogs and bratwurst, which belong on rollers to an extent. I've never bought the random roller item.
Is that? Are we eating the same thing? Or is that just?
Yeah, no. This is. I didn't want to make you do this by yourself.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm gonna also test my.
But you don't even remember what flavor, or was it?
No,
mystery flavor?
this was. And it's missing the sausage, but it was supposed to be sausage cheese, like a breakfast roller item.
Okay. Don't ever foresee myself getting that personally.
No.
But I mean, it wasn't repulsive from a taste standpoint.
No, there's no meat in there.
Yeah. And I mean, if we're on roller items, do we just Where did you get your hot dog from?
So this hot dog, and I'm a believer in all beef hot dogs. So I have some faith in that. This hot dog came from Thornton's in Illinois,
Okay.
and it's been sitting here for a bit.
Yeah.
But an all beef hot dog, it should be.
So then next to mine, because you bought 2 of those, so we've got the Thorntons.
This is the Thornton's all beef hot dog.
Next to that, I stopped at the Quick Trip.
Ah.
And now here's, I mean, we're not going to even get into this, but then everyone's got their own personal way of how they want to dress their dog, right? I went onion, I went pickle, mustard, ketchup. I did take a long stare at that cheese pump, and I looked at it and I said, "You dirty dog." And then I decided to go the healthy route and I opted out. But let's see what this is about. And
Quick
the buns,
Trip. Oh, good.
the buns were in a warming tray.
Yeah,
So
as was Thornton's. Thornton's did a great job. They had a separate warming tray just for buns. And I will say, that's a good all beef hot dog. Quick
I might
Trip.
as well try that.
Yeah, try that one. Quick Trip does
You could, if you wanted to, take a bite on the opposite.
I think I will. Quick Trip does a phenomenal job. Their condiment bar is
my
fantastic. They do a great job.
Hey, let me sound a little more Let me sound a little more Midwestern. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. And so I feel this is very intimate. I'm taking a bite off the other end of a hot dog that Nathaniel has.
There's plenty implied. But that's what's interesting too, is the regionality, which we really haven't covered or talked about, is, a lot of this that actually made the list, you can get it across the country. But then we had some respondents, well, it depends on where my go-tos. Am I in Texas? Or am I in Wisconsin?
Right.
Or am I in Connecticut?
There were a number of people that brought up, if I'm in Texas, is it a Buc-ee's?
Yep.
If I'm in Wisconsin, is it a Quick Trip? If I'm in Pennsylvania, is it a Wawa?
Yep.
Wawa got brought up.
Yes.
And Pennsylvania has Wawa and Sheetz. If you've traveled around the country, there's a lot of these great brands that do a real good job with their food. I will say this, we just broke a cardinal rule of the internet, and I don't know that we can undo it. Politicians have a rule. If you or I ever run for office, and I don't think it's ever going to happen, but if you or
not
I,
with that attitude, definitely.
if you or I ever run for office, there is a rule that the PR people give their politicians, their candidates. They tell people, and it's any food, they don't ever want their candidate eating food on camera because things can be done with Photoshop, with imaging, and particularly cylindrically shaped foods.
Bill, one of my best friends from the last 2 episodes ago, memed me.
Oh, did
Oh
they?
yeah, so
Yeah.
it's not even just food. It's,
Yeah.
they are out on the prowl.
We just broke one of the critical rules, which is don't ever. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
But we got some more interesting stuff coming here.
Well, we want to congratulate you, Eric Thiel. I don't know you. You're from Pewaukee, Wisconsin. Maybe we've met. But Eric Thiel, or Teal, I know some people. With
or
the
it might
same-
be Thiele
Thiele.
or Tele.
You had the best response. Out of 200 respondents, you had the best response. And we want to go one by one through your top 5 things that you get when you go to the gas station in the morning.
Corn nuts.
Yeah, you read it.
Corn nuts. So the part that I think struck both Bill and I about this is you were the only one to actually give us a list, but then give us commentary on each of those.
Yeah, and it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Such a radical snack food and bothersome to any passenger in the vehicle.
Right, because who wants to sit next to a guy eating corn nuts? You smell that. And you know when you smell it, what you're smelling is the corn nuts mixed with their saliva, breathing it out. It's gross. Corn nuts are gross. All right, number 2. Cool Ranch Doritos. I'm not a Cool Ranch Doritos guy.
But again, it's a mic drop. Need I say more?
That's it.
Because again, you know how, I mean, it's one of those, you're Cool Ranch or you're not.
Right.
You're not on the fence with Cool Ranch Doritos.
No. Yep.
What do we got for number 3? Nitro Brew coffee for the afternoon. Daddy needs a pick-me-up.
Just going to leave that there.
Yeah.
You're
damn right.
protein. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Sometimes you just need a good injection.
Again, pay attention
Protein.
to your diet.
Yeah.
You need protein in your diet. Red Bull.
I'm just for any doctors watching this, I just want to say, I know we don't think stage 5 is a thing.
Yeah, well,
Much like right now in the U.S.,
but
stage 5
if Red Bull
is
does
not an emissions thing yet. Stage 5 is also not an actual stage. You're dead at stage.
But if Red Bull does truly give you wings, maybe there is something to that. Mm-hmm. But it hits.
So kudos to Eric for delivering the best response of the whole damn survey. And as I look over the table here, I think we still got it. We each picked a couple favorite items.
Yes.
That we wanted.
I don't
to
regret a thing about this episode, by the way.
No, and I'm not even as full as I thought I would be
No.
yet. I think we'll pick on some things here, and maybe nibble on a couple things.
But I think what we do not lastly, but we both picked out some of our go-to, our favorite, or memorable. Personally, our go-to.
Do we want
items.
to do that first, or do I need to know what's in my mystery box first? Are we doing the favorite things first, or are we doing the mystery box?
Bill, why don't you go ahead and see what's under door number 1?
Because I'm very concerned, and
as you should be
and Nathaniel even gave me this warning. It says, "Do not open before recording," and I appreciate that. Oh my God!
And I know you know what that means, Bill.
Do I have to do both?
Yes. Yes, the
So
answer
I have to do this. This is, by the way, for you who are not familiar, this is a Smirnoff Ice. Who I thought they stopped making this crap about the time they stopped making Zima. Smirnoff, come sue me. Come for everything I got. I don't care. But then there's a tornado of some kind in here.
Well, wait a minute. You know what's supposed to be done with a Smirnoff Ice when you get surprised with one, right?
No, remind me again.
That is 1 knee and start to finish, please.
Oh no, that's not happening. That's not happening. But so
that's a mystery log.
Here, I'm not doing this by myself.
Break bread.
We're doing that. I don't even want to look inside it. What am I in for? Internet? What am I about? Never mind. I was about to say some words that I would have regretted a little bit later.
That's about as bad as I thought it would be. Tell me when you want to know. Well, let me tell you this. I'll read off what the label said. I don't know what's going on.
There's some mystery. Oh my God. There's like some mystery white meat. Something like, there's a spice of a jalapeno, and then some cream something. I'm gonna water it down.
You have to at least. So for those, thank you, Bill. For those of you who don't know, that is legit a go-to item. So I would get home, after 5 o'clock. You stop at the gas station. You're going to a buddy's house that night. You're gonna pick up a 6-pack of Smirnoff because you're damn right you're gonna hide it somewhere in their house. So then they find it randomly, and then they have to go on 1 knee and finish.
Why would anyone? No, never mind. I don't want to get sued by Smirnoff.
I know you guys know what I'm talking about.
All right. So what? I'm sorry. So what was it? What was that mystery tornado?
It was a bit of a word soup. It was a buffalo chicken jalapeno ranch wrap or.
There was nothing buffalo about that.
No.
I'm a buffalo guy. I'm a buffalo connoisseur. Miles, here. Do you want to? There's a tip.
It was very gelatin.
Miles is also a buffalo.
You know you
guy.
want some.
There's nothing buffalo. There's nothing buffalo about that. It's awful. It's we won't talk about. But here. So now on the positive side of things.
Yep.
And since you just made me do that, this has been one of my best finds. And to tie it to the industry, I found this. I was driving down to AED in Chicago in January, and I stopped at a Thornton's, which is again like I don't think they're as big as Quick Trip, but you walk into a Thornton's
Oh yeah,
in Illinois,
yeah. That's
and you have the same feel as like a Quick Trip. It's a very well put together organization.
What is today's date?
I bought this morning. That was
Okay. Hey,
that is a today.
I'm here to ask the tough questions.
That is a today buy. So I would encourage you, if you are ever in Illinois and you're hungry and you come across a Thornton's and you find the steak and cheese burrito, this is a must-have. This is a really good. This is a really good find. And
It's an explosion of flavor.
It isn't. It is an explosion of flavor. Yeah.
And I taste the jalapeno, but I believe this time it's on purpose. I can understand. It's very meaty too. It's not like your typical just, no substance within.
No, you can actually taste the steak. Like they use real. Oh, we're making a mess.
It happens. It's live.
Now apparently I'm going to wash it down with Smirnoff Ice.
That was good.
I wasn't able to finish it on one.
Yeah, that's understandable. That's a good find.
All right.
So again,
what
I'm
was
a
your
one-trick
favorite?
pony, really when it comes to most gas stations, but I'm a sucker for the breakfast sandwich. So today, and I'll vary it up. I'll go, whether it be the English muffin, egg, ham, cheese, sausage. Today I went with I figured, for the folks at home, let's go all in. Let's go with the 3-meat breakfast sandwich, which I would like to share with you here today.
Yeah. Did you bring a knife, or are we gonna?
I brought a knife.
Are we gonna do the?
Do you want to meat on both ends?
No. What's the kids movie?
Parent Trap.
No, with the dogs. They're eating at the same
Lady and the
table.
Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp, and the spaghetti noodle. You get shorter and shorter.
You wish.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna cut this thing open.
Is that a?
And now, this is a 3-meat.
We'll show it to people. Is that a croissant?
This is a croissant.
It's a croissant.
Here's the reveal.
Oh,
It's feeling good
This is.
and hearty.
There's ham. Yeah. Still weird. I don't know why we do that, but
Ham.
that's the thing.
That's
now.
because I force it.
Ham,
bacon, and sausage.
egg,
cheese,
cheese.
egg.
And
It's got all the basic food
You
groups.
can't go wrong with any of this, probably, right?
That will get you through, even if you have to miss lunch. You kick it back up with your energy drink of choice.
Yep.
You're right back where you need to be.
There's a whole discussion to be had around breakfast sandwiches and the bread. You're either a croissant person, a bagel person, a regular bun
right.
person. I'm a croissant person. That's delicious. And with that, folks, we're going to spare you any more middle-aged white guys gorging on food. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 4 of Hard Hats, Hard Heads, Hard Times. Nathaniel, anything you'd like to say in closing?
I'm not sure where we're gonna be or what we're gonna be talking about next time, but we'll definitely be seeing you soon. So thanks again for tuning in.
More positive and uplifting things that don't involve us eating. Have a great night, folks.